Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations, and I'm so pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today, we're diving into the art of telephone hospitality, a skill that is absolutely fundamental because some of the most critical moments in hospitality happen long before a guest even steps through your door.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of it. Just think about that for a second. That first interaction you have over the phone, it's your brand's first handshake. The warmth in your voice, the confidence you project, it all happens in just a few seconds, and it truly sets the stage for everything that comes next.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with that all-important first impression. Then we'll walk through the perfect greeting, the power of your tone, and how to master your voice. After that, we'll see how it all works in practice, and we'll finish with the final takeaway.
So, let's talk about that first impression and why those first few seconds are so powerful. A great opening on the phone immediately signals warmth, professionalism, and confidence. It lets the guests know, without you even saying it, that they're in good hands. But a shaky start? Well, that can create a hurdle that you'll spend the rest of the call trying to get over.
And here's something that's so important to remember. You can have all the right answers. You can provide perfectly accurate information. But if your delivery is off, you can still leave a bad impression. Mastering these foundational skills isn't just a nice to have. It's the very core of creating a positive guest experience from the get-go. Okay, so let's move on to the perfect greeting. I want you to think of this as the opening gesture of hospitality. It's really your first and most crucial opportunity to set an inviting and welcoming tone for the whole conversation.
A really complete and professional greeting has three simple but non-negotiable parts. First, you deliver a warm welcome that immediately puts the caller at ease. Second, you clearly state your establishment's name so they know they've called the right place. And third, you make a friendly offer of assistance. So it might sound something like this. Good morning. Thank you for calling the Grand Hotel. How may I assist you? Simple but so effective.
Now, here's a little secret weapon that the real pros use all the time. Smile when you speak. Seriously, even though the guest can't see you, a genuine smile physically changes the shape and tone of your voice. It adds this unmistakable layer of warmth, and guests can absolutely hear the difference. It just instantly makes them feel more welcome. All right, now let's talk about tone. When you're on the phone, you can't rely on body language or a friendly nod to communicate. Your tone of voice has to do all the heavy lifting. It's what communicates your emotion, your level of focus, and whether or not you genuinely care about what the guest needs.
And this slide lays out the subconscious messages you're sending perfectly. A rushed or sharp tone, even if you don't mean it, basically tells the guest, you are an interruption. But a warm, attentive tone says, you are valued and I am here to help you. The key is finding that sweet spot, warm but professional, enthusiastic but still sincere.
Building on that idea of tone, we get to the technical skills of actually mastering your voice. This is all about consciously controlling the specific elements of how you speak to make sure your guest has a smooth, clear, and professional listening experience.
And it really comes down to three main pillars you have to learn to control: your volume, your pace, and your clarity. Each one plays a really distinct role in how your message is going to be received and understood by the guest.
Let's break this down a bit more. For volume, you want to aim for a moderate and steady level. If you speak too softly, the guest has to strain to hear you, but if you're too loud, it can feel aggressive. For pace, keep it measured and deliberate. If you speak too quickly, you risk confusing the guest, especially if English isn't their first language. And finally, clarity. Clear pronunciation is just a hallmark of professionalism, and it prevents so many misunderstandings.
Okay, we've covered the fundamentals. Now, let's take these skills to the next level and talk about how to apply them in more complex, real-world situations, especially when a conversation gets a little bit challenging. So, this is where emotional regulation becomes so crucial. You are going to encounter guests who are upset or confused. By maintaining a calm and steady voice, you're not being robotic, you're actually becoming a stable, reassuring presence for them. This shows that you're in control, and it gives the guest confidence that you can handle their problem.
And here's why that works. There's a powerful psychological principle called emotional mirroring. People will often unconsciously match the emotional tone of the person they're talking to. So by projecting calmness, you actively encourage a calmer response from them, which is, hands down, the most effective way to de-escalate a tense situation.
To really excel, you can start integrating these advanced techniques. Use the guest's name, but sparingly, to build rapport. Use brief pauses right after they speak to show that you're actually listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. You'll also need to adapt your tone. An upset guest needs empathy, while a busy traveler appreciates efficiency. And always be transparent when you need to put someone on hold or transfer them. These little details are what separate good service from truly exceptional service.
All right, as we start to bring this all together, let's remember the ultimate goal here. Exceptional telephone hospitality is all about transforming a simple, functional call into a memorable, positive experience for the guest.
In this slide really captures the core lesson. It's like a formula. When you combine those foundational elements, the perfect greeting, the right tone, and a controlled voice, you create that transformation. You turn a simple phone call into an interaction that truly reflects the high standards of your brand.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought. Don't look at the telephone as just a tool for taking reservations or answering basic questions. Instead, try to see every single call as an opportunity, a chance to demonstrate excellence, to build trust, and to prove that your commitment to hospitality begins the very moment that phone is answered.